Ladies and gentlemen, it is another exciting time that we bring to you someone that we need to talk to in the studios so that we get to know what they do and also why they are here. And so I'm your host, Caselo Rikomeno. And in the studios, I'm playing host Madam Nakawala. Beautiful lady, as you can see besides me here, so that we get to know the reason why she's here. And more in the interview that we are going to have. Madam Nakawala, welcome you to our Northwest podcast.
Thank you very much. I'm really grateful to be here.
What has brought you here today?
Today, what has brought me here is that I'm a gospel artist.
Great.
Yes, and obviously starting this ministry, I would love to reach out to a lot of people out there. Yes, I'm sure looking at Zambia as a whole, it's big. So obviously would want at least people to know about this NAKAWALA MWEWA and what she's able to offer in her ministry.
Great. First thing first, you've talked about the gospel thing, but people want to understand, who is this NAKAWALA? Who is she?
NAKAWALA MWEWA is a wife, a mother. She's a business lady. She does a lot of things. She's in ministry. She's a worship leader and a worship coordinator for Bread of Life Church. And I'm also the cheerleader for the women. So I'm involved in quite a number of things.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice. That's nice. So since you've mentioned about the part of music here, and actually that is what we would love to focus on today. We want to find out how your music career has been or how it is doing now. When did you start singing?
I started singing when I was very, very young. At a very young age, as far as I can remember, when I was like 7 years old, I was singing in the Sunday school praise team under UCZ Church.
Okay.
Grew up from there, moved into the youth ministry. Yes, again started singing until I finished grade 12.
Okay.
Yes, and still continued singing. I did not stop.
Okay.
Even when I went into my tertiary levels, I was still singing.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are coming from a background of singing from church.
Yes.
Okay, but then we have a lot of people that would do the singing in church and do not extend to the extent where you've reached yourself, where you would want to go out there publicly singing. What really inspired you to move out from just singing in church in choir and started doing the music that you're doing?
Okay, this one is a story of me being in the praise team that I'm currently with. Being a senior worship coordinator, as I mentioned, we were told to submit songs to the team so that we can release an album.
Okay.
So in submitting some songs, I just had one song, which I submitted some of my songs, but remained with one song, which I said, I think I like this one. Let me try to work on it.
Yeah.
Listen to most of the radio stations, you hear how people are singing, and I got motivated by that. I said, I can do it.
Yeah.
So with that one song, that's the one that I released in 2022. I thought I was done with it. I only wanted to release that one song.
Okay.
Yes.
But then when you ask people, everyone would tell you, oh, okay, I used to sing, but then later on I was inspired by this person for me to be where I am today. Is there anyone that inspired you in this ministry of you singing? One gospel artist in Zambia, it could be outside the country, that would say, okay, in as much as I started singing in church, but at least I had this person out there that inspired me for me to also do the singing that I'm able to do today.
From the time I was growing up, I was listening so much to Adonai singers. Yes, they really, really inspired me with their ministry. I know almost all their songs, so even up to now, I'm still inspired by Adonai singers.
Okay.
Yes.
So from the time that you did the first song that you talked about, the one you recorded, how many songs have you recorded so far to date?
So far I've recorded, apart from that one, I've recorded 8 songs. Yes, which came out last year, sometime in August.
You've done an album?
I've done an album, and that album was done last year in August.
What's the name of an album?
The title of the album is Twamimia.
Okay.
Yes, so in that album there, Twamimia is Bemba. Twamimia means we exalt you.
Okay.
Yes. So there are 9 songs inclusive of the one that I released in 2022. Yes, so there are 9 songs in the album.
Are these songs only done by you yourself, or maybe there's some gospel artists that you featured on most of your tracks that you've done?
On the tracks that I've done, there are 3 artists that have already sung songs before. Quite right, I sing with them in the praise team. Yes. So one of them is Precious Mwelumuka. I'm sure maybe you know her. She does quite a number of songs here in Kikaonde. Yes, and then there's also Tale Kasafia, and there's Daniel Salamba. These are the ones that have been able to release songs.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you into this music thing for business?
For me, this is ministry. This is ministry, and I think that's why I'm here, because I want to reach out to a lot of people out there. I'm sure some people do not know me. Others, maybe I would say a few know me. So I'd love to reach out. I'd love the word of God to be preached to each and every person. Yes.
So you do not care whether you make money or don't make money, as long as you're doing the ministry?
I do not care whether I make money or I don't make money. I think for me, it's purely ministry.
Okay. Have you been hired or invited to go and perform some functions with your music, or maybe this is just church, and also the studio, or maybe there are some functions that you've been invited, you've been hired to go and perform?
I've not been hired before, but I've been invited in some concerts. Yeah, where people are having concerts and then they invite me to go there. I've been invited previously just to go and sing as an artist, others as a guest artist.
Okay. We have a lot of gospel artists in Northwestern Province. People that are watching, love to find out from you. Is there any gospel artist in the province that you know that you've worked with in Northwestern?
Somebody I can work with. Or somebody
if you've not worked with anybody, somebody that you can work with, if you can put it that way.
Okay, somebody, is it just one or two?
it's up to you. You can mention as many as you can.
Okay, since I've already worked with Precious, yes, I would love to work with Emmanuel.
Okay.
There's Emmanuel and Fred Mkwita.
Okay.
Yes.
Why Emmanuel and Fred?
I think this is when I started ministry, and I think these are the few people that I know here in Solwezi. So I'd love to work with them. I've seen them being, busy spreading the word through music. They are active on Facebook. With the other artists, I may not know them very well, but with these two, I've seen them to be very active. So I'd love to work with them.
Okay.
Yes.
But we're in 2024. This is just the second month in the new year where we are.
Yes.
What should people expect from Nakawala music-wise? Are you saying you're stepping down, or maybe people should expect more fire from you when it comes to songs in the ministry?
They should expect for more this year. I may not release an album this year, but I plan to work on a single very soon. And I'm also working on the video, the Twami Mia video, the album title song. I'm working on that one. That should be out by April. It should be out. And then the single, maybe by mid this year. Okay. It should be out, yes.
Great. Our viewers, remember we are playing host Nakawala in the studios, who is telling us her music career. We are yet to find out more on this Northwestern podcast. Remember to like our Facebook page as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel. We go on a music break. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Remember, we are live on the Northwest Podcast. Like I said earlier on, you can like our Facebook page and you can also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can share with others as we get to feature different people with different characters on this podcast. Remember, we are still with NAKAWALA in studios, so we can get to hear more from her. So, from where we ended, have you done some videos apart in the album that you released? You talked about the songs that you did. Are there some videos that you've done in this album?
In the album, yes, there are 2 videos. There's one, Amatotelo, the one that was released in 2022. Yes, and then there's Greater Than the Greatest, which was also released last year. Okay. Yes, so there are 2 videos. Okay. So I'm sure there will be 3 plus the one that I'm working on now. Yes. So
from the experience that we've had, chatting with the different artists that are doing gospel and those that are doing secular, there's been a complaint coming from, musicians that are doing gospel. They would tell you there are no benefits in doing this because people do not want to buy your music. People do not want to support your music unless secular. From the experience that you've had in the past years and 2 years or 1 year or so, have you also experienced this, that people do not want to support the ministry or gospel songs?
With the songs that I've released, I did some flash drives. When I did the album launch, and I did sell quite a number of them. Nice. Just remained with a few. Maybe I'll just blame myself for not going out to other churches, maybe to go and advertise. I'm sure by now they should have been finished, but I only have a few copies remaining. Great. Yes, so maybe from my end, I would say I've received support and also encouragements from people around. Okay. Yes.
How is the support coming from your husband?
He's been very, very supportive.
He let you go to go and do the concerts outside him?
No problem. He can allow me to go and do that. If he's been able to allow me to go out and record my music, I would spend even days out of town just recording the music. Yeah, he's been there to support the ministry.
Great.
Yes.
But as we come to the conclusion of our today's interview, I know somebody out there will say, I love this woman there. I love the way she's talking. I would love to know her music more. We're now in the world where social media has taken over. Do you have some, maybe a Facebook page or maybe on YouTube? What are your usernames? So that somebody who's watching us live can go and maybe download or subscribe to YouTube channels or even like your Facebook pages. You can.
Okay. Yes, so on Facebook, I have an account by the name of NAKAWALA MWEWA. Yes, so then on YouTube, it's the same name as NAKAWALA MWEWA. Yeah, so you find my songs there on YouTube by NAKAWALA MWEWA. All the 9 songs are there. Okay. Yes, some of them just audio.
Have you also uploaded them on these websites that we have? If there's any website, maybe you can mention that website.
On Boomplay, they are there, the audio ones. Boomplay, Spotify. I've forgotten the other, but there are about 4 social media platforms where they are recorded. Yes, the audio ones. Okay. Yes, but the video ones are just on YouTube. Okay. Yes.
For somebody who's watching and they want to do a feature with you, maybe they might not have a smartphone to like your Facebook pages and get to talk to you. Is it possible that you can share your number so that if someone wants to work with you, they can get in touch with you strictly for business and music?
Oh, yes, I can share my number.
Yeah, you can
yes,
share.
So my number
As you look into the screen, share your line.
Yes, so my number is 0977-486-003. Okay. Yes, that's my number, my 097 line. Okay.
Your word of appeal to somebody who is an upcoming artist out there planning to do gospel music, what is the word of encouragement would you give such a one that is planning to go into this direction where you've taken yourself?
Okay, I would encourage them to go ahead and do their music. I think if you do away with the issue of looking at making money out of it, I don't think this will be more like a burden to you. If you just take it as purely ministry, one thing I've discovered is that when you just take it purely as ministry, God does raise helpers. Yes, I did experience it. I'm a new artist, upcoming artist, I did experience it where God just raised some people just to assist with the ministry. Yes, so I would encourage such a one to just go ahead, go and record your music, pray about it. God will raise helpers who just come through for your music.
Beautiful words. Your conclusion remarks as we come to the end of our today's interview.
My conclusion remarks are that let's spread out the good news through music. This is one area that God has blessed us with. If you are an artist, just go ahead and just spread out the news. Forget about, making money out of it. God himself is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him in his own way. He'll be able to reward us one day.
Okay. Great. I hope all the questions that you had have been answered. We're playing host NAKAWALA MWEWA. She's a gospel artist, as you heard, and she's done a good number of songs from her own, explanation. What you can do is go to her Facebook page as well as subscribe to her YouTube channel so that you can watch most of her videos and download most of her songs there. And so we only hope that you enjoyed the interview. Remember to like our Facebook page, that is Northwest Podcast, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel for more, updates coming from this page. I'm your host, video host, Caselo Kings Likomeno. Until next time, for now, we say bye-bye.